Hi, it's Kathy, Crafty Chica. I have a very special project for you today to celebrate Dia de los Muertos. We are going to make a reverse painted frame. And I am making this an extended video so that you will have time to watch all of the steps in depth and follow along. So at any point you can stop the video to catch up. But you're gonna love this project. This is my ofrenda this year that I made for all of my loved ones who have passed on. And rather than painting a frame for the pictures, I decided to paint the glass inside the frame. So it's like a frame within a frame. This is what you're going to need: a picture frame. And you're going to take out the glass and set the frame aside. And then you're going to need some regular craft paints and a black acrylic paint pen, some brushes. I like a lighter brush and a medium brush, and a template and some tape. If you want to use this template, you can check out the link in my description, because I have a free printable that you could use for this project. But really, you could use a picture and trace it with the black paint pen. You could use a coloring page, whatever you want. This technique is so easy and so fun to do. So what I did here was I taped down the template and then I taped the glass on top. Make sure to clean the glass before you start this. And here's my acrylic paint pen. It's brand new, so I am priming the tip. I started by shaking it until I heard the little ball shake inside the pen, and then I pressed the tip down so the ink would flow, the paint would flow. And I'm just outlining all of this picture. I'm tracing over the black lines on the template because all of these areas are going to be filled with color. For reverse painting, what we're doing is we're doing the outline and then the highlights and then the full background color. Whereas with a regular painting, you would start with the background and then do the highlights and then do the outlines. But this is going to show through on the front of the glass, so we need to do it backwards. The reason I'm using a paint pen is because I used to use a thin liner brush and black craft paint, and it worked, but either I put too much paint and it took too long to dry, or I didn't put enough paint and it just wasn't bold enough to serve as that outline. These paint pens are perfect. This is a fine tip one, and you can see I'm just outlining everything here. When it comes to lettering, you have to do it backwards. So we don't have any lettering on this, but just so that you know in the future. And I'm just simply going through and outlining all of this and letting it dry. I'm left-handed, so I started with the right side of the design so that I would not smear the paint, even though this paint dries pretty clear. And these are the designs are a little bit tight, so you could either, like if this is a 5x7 frame, you could use an 8x10 frame and then simply print the template larger to fit to give you more room to add paint. But I ended up being really happy with this design. There is a lot of open space around the outside that you could use to add more designs, or if you use a colorful paper as the background, it will shine through. So take your time, go through and trace over all of the lines of black. And again, this is just my template. You can feel free to use your own, or you could add or change whatever you want on this, or you could just go with it. So I'm gonna let you go through and finish this up and go through all of the black and just simply outline it. Let that dry, and before we go to the next step, this is what I like to do. Take it off of your surface, remove the tape, and hold it up and look at it to see if you missed any spots or need to go over any spots. So this one looks really good. There is one little spot on the skull that I need to add a little more thickness to the line because it was kind of sheer. I know that I'm going to go in and start adding the paint after I redo that line with the paint pen. And now we're going to add the highlights. So adding the highlights, what this does, it's not mandatory, but you know what? It's nice because it adds just a little bit of dimension and shine to your finished piece. Let's start with the greenery. I'm using light green and I'm just adding a little dash of light green to each of the little petals, the leaves here, and the vines a little bit. I'm not going to fill up the whole thing because we still need to add the background color. After that, you could also use white. If you don't want to, do a lighter version of each color, you can just use white. I'm going to add a little touch of white to the hearts and inside the eyes of the skull and anywhere else where I think it would look good to add a little bit of highlights. I'm going to let that dry completely and I'm going to start adding the background colors. This is the fun part. This is what makes it all come together. Okay, so we have the outline, we have the highlights. Now it's time to add the background. What you want to do is start with a thin coat so that it will dry quickly. If you put it on too thick, it will take forever. So just add a thin coat of paint where you want to add color. And the fun thing about this, or not the fun thing, but the relaxing thing is you don't need to worry about going in between the lines of the black because when you turn around and see it from the front, it's all going to be covered up. So just go ahead and completely paint over the areas where you see the black. For the marigolds, you can use a combination of yellow and orange. And if you want to do more highlights or shading, go for it. This is for any skill level. It doesn't matter which way you do it. You can do no highlights and it still will look really good. I just like to add a little touch of highlights to have different colors in there. What I really love about this project is it's so accessible. You can go to the thrift store or the dollar store and get any frame that has glass or even plexiglass and use whatever picture you want underneath. One thing I like to do is take a photograph, put it under there, and then draw it with a paint pen and then add the colors, and it comes out looking like an illustration or like a comic book type of thing or pop art. It's really, really cool. Again, you can use a coloring page, whatever you want to add there. I like to leave a space open in the middle to add a picture. I was going to add red in the heart, but I decided to add a little pink heart first. Let that dry and then add the red. I just feel like it makes it more interesting when you have a variety of colors. And I'm going to fill in all of the areas of the sugar skull. I forgot to do this part earlier, so I'm doing it now. Another thing I like to do is when I work, first I will do like all of the green and then all of the pink, all of the blue. It just makes it more consistent and easy to follow. it looks like I have a good amount of color set down here. I still have some other ones to fill in, but to save time, I'm going to go back over these flowers and I'm going to add a second coat of color because this is going to make it stand out even brighter. The more opaque it is, the better it will look from the front. And I'll show you a little trick at the end to make it stand out even more. I think I'm going to go off script here, off the pattern, and add some other elements. I'm using the light green, and I'm just going to add some swooshes in between the green leaves, just because I just feel like adding more colors to it. I feel like it will make it more interesting. You do or don't have to do this part. Decided to add some little decorations on either side of the heart just to radiate. I think this is my grandparents speaking to me to represent their love. For the skulls, I'm not going to use bright white. I'm going to use a cream color because I think the sugar skulls, they've been around forever. They would be a little bit aged, so I'm going to use an off-white color to fill that in. And you just want to go through again, add a thin layer, let it dry, and then add a second layer rather than globbing on a whole bunch of it. And by the way, if at any time you don't like how it's looking, it's on glass, so you can simply scrape it off and redo it. As long as you have your template, just slide your template underneath and redo the areas that you don't like. Now here is where the magic happens. We're going to outline everything in white, or in my case with this, off-white. I have that first layer on the sugar skulls, that's drying. So what I'm working on now is outlining everything in white, and I'm going to add a last layer of a background with the white, because this will really make the colors stand out so beautiful and strong. And I'm going to do this on the whole thing, not on the clear glass part, only on the areas that I painted. This is what it should look like. Let it dry for a while, go make some coffee or take a little break, come back, and you can tell when it's done because it is no longer shiny. But we're here, let me lift this up so you can see. Oh my god, it looks so good. I love it. But now it's time to seal it. So it's not necessary to seal it, but I just do because it just makes it last longer and it won't stick to the picture. So let me show you how to seal it. I am using a water-based brush varnish, like Mod Podge. That will work perfect. And all you need to do is add a thin layer on top of the white and go all the way around, not a super thick layer, just to make it so it seals it in. And you're going to let this dry face up, I would say for a good half hour until it is totally dry to the touch. And then it's time to put it back in the frame and add the picture. I cut out a piece of Crafty Chica scrapbook paper and I used a glue stick to affix a picture of my Nana and my Tata, and then I put that in there, and yeah, it looks good. I just wanted to make sure it was centered properly. Put the backing back in and close up the little tabs, and it's ready for your ofrenda. Isn't that so cool? It's so pretty. You could even incorporate things that they liked or their name or whatever you want to make it more customized. But I'm really, really happy with how this turned out. And here's some little clips from a class that I taught recently here in Phoenix, Arizona. We had a full house. We had about 30 people here, and everybody absolutely loved this project. Some people were saying, wow, this is the best thing I ever made. They got the hang of it. I love hers, looks like tie-dye. That was really cool. And it's just a really fun reveal craft. So thank you so much for watching this video. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.